Hey guys, Mr. House, back with another war video. This war, we're going up against the Syndicate. These guys placed Plat 1 last season, so this will be a bit of a rough matchup. So, back on Path 5, we got a HitMonkey fight, and I brought an APOC and Cable because APOC is going to absolutely destroy the first section of Path 5. So, this first fight, HitMonkey, I think he's on heavy hitter. He might not be though. But for this node, it's just ebb and flow knockdown. Super easy with APOC. His debuffs can't be shrugged. It's really a joke of a fight. But it is a 6-star rank 3 I'm fighting. So that is part of the problem for why the fight takes so long. I'm just going to throw an SP1 here. And he is running suicides as well. So this is a super easy fight. And I make a little mistake here. I mistime that, and I do take 2 hits to face, but it's fine. I didn't run an invuln on this path just because it's literally so easy with APOC. I'm going to dex this SP2. A little risky, but it's really not that hard. And he's pretty much dead at this point. I'm just being a little more careful now. Just make sure I don't make any more mistakes, and he's dead. Next fight we got is Invisible Woman. This fight's a little bit harder. Definitely prefer to have like Elsa on this fight, but there was no way to get my APOC ramped otherwise, so I just brought Cable instead of Elsa. So for this fight, I just have to be very cautious. I do know that this guy's running suicide, so it will take off her invisibility, but I still have to be careful if it does come back in the middle of my combo or something. So I'm just going to throw an SP1 here, the knockdown. And this is a boosted rank 3 Apocalypse. It's kind of a joke. I put on a combat regen boost just so I didn't have to heal up. And all these fights with APOC are just a joke. He's beyond broken, and I usually don't like to use beyond broken champions, but he's an exception because he's actually a lot of fun to play. So I was careful there. Triggered the invisibility, but I countered it fine. I'm just spamming some heavies and gonna knock her down here with an SP1, and she's dead. It's such an easy fight. And I'm pretty much back to full health too. Last fight with Apocalypse for this, or actually no, it's not. Next fight with Apocalypse for this war is Power Alternator, Heavy Hitter, Nick Fury. This fight, it can be a little hard. There's also Straight Combat Fury, I think is what it's called. It can be a little difficult. But with APOC, it's really not that bad. So, I'm just being careful with Heavy Hitter. I'm not going to do anything risky. Going to bait out these heavies until he lets me parry him. There we go. And I'm going to throw off an SP1 and then take it from there. Power Alternator kind of screws me a bit there, but it's not a big deal. And you can see this damage, it's ridiculous. This is a 5-star I'm fighting, so I guess it makes sense. Again, just being careful with the heavy hitter. There's no reason to risk that. I'm going to bait the 2 out of him just so Power Alternator doesn't go off. And so he doesn't get to an SP3. And I am going to take the last hit of this SP1 by accident. Actually, that's later on. But I do take an SP1 by accident, but it actually does end up helping me out, and I'll explain that when we get to it. He does go unblockable here, but I do get him down very easily without having to worry about that. And my poison and weakness get reapplied, which is really nice. So that's just going to boost my damage up completely in this phase. I think this is the SP1 I mess up. But it's okay, because I had an indestructibility boost on, and APOC becomes immune to Distorient, so it didn't help me in this particular war, but that is a nice ability to have, and it could have helped me. And he's dead. Super, super well played, and not too bad. Now, second section, Bray Yellow Jacket, why not? I've been full intercepts, Sadist, easy. Yellow Jacket's energy resistance, it's off the charts, so Terrax is an absolute joke for him. Right now, start the fight, I'm just going to back into the corner. And I do take 2 hits there, but, you know, whatever. I'm going to heal from his armor breaks. I kid you not, I'm going to take absolutely no rock field damage this fight. I didn't even run an invul, and that's how confident I was in this, doing this path with the Yellow Jacket. Getting a little intercept off there. Getting a lot of willpower healing from those armor breaks. I get the stun off because he doesn't throw a special, which is such a nice ability to have. It's one of the best parts of Yellow Jacket's dupe besides his infinite power sting. And that duration's increased the higher the sig, so it's very nice. And we're in the corner, but it doesn't matter. Gonna get a little intercept off on there, and infinite power stings. Boom. Until he gets his protection back, they are infinite, but obviously they're not going to be completely infinite in this path. Yellow Jacket still packs a punch, though, I must say. I mean, already the first power sting got him down to 35, and I'm just literally sitting in his rock hill. I don't really care. Backing up a tiny bit, but I mean, honestly, it doesn't matter. So I'm going to throw an SP1 here just to get some damage off, and I also go into Meltdown, which is nice. If you guys don't know how Meltdown is, it's just Yellow Jacket gets more burst damage on his attacks. It's nice to have, especially with power stings. Nice boosted damage. And it also reverses healing and power gain, so super, super nice ability. And I'm just sitting in this corner, I don't really care anymore. Gonna get a cheeky little intercept off there, and the fight's pretty much over there. And we got a thing. I was a little nervous about this fight, I can't lie. I've never taken a thing with Yellow Jacket before, and on Mighty Charge and Full Intercept, that's a hard fight by far. He's gonna shrug off my power stings if he dashes in, but it is a 5-star thing, so I was a little confident I could do this. But I still was being very careful with this fight, and things get a little risky at some points. But I do play this fight rather perfectly, I would say. Yellow Jacket's just such an underrated champion. Obviously, you're going to hear that so much from me. But the fact that he can take 5-5 with ease, I mean, come on. It's ridiculous. Bait an SP1 out here. I have 15 rock charges on him. And you're going to get an intercept throwing SP3. Oh, I didn't get the intercept. Okay, interesting. Not sure why I did that, but maybe I just wasn't feeling like it was a good option, but probably should have done that in the fight. Now, yeah, that was really stupid on my part. I don't know what I was thinking there. I was probably just trying to get rid of my power. For what purpose, I have no idea. But this is where I'm going to get a lot of my damage as a Meltdown, because he's going to be throwing a lot of specials in this fight. I want to apply as little slows as I can, because willpower healing, but when I'm in the Meltdown, it's going to reverse his healing, so that's a good time to throw the slows. But if you know how to fight thing, you don't need the slows. That's just a nice ability to have if you mess up. And we all mess up on thing. It just happens. Or he doesn't play into us. One of the two. So it's a little risky here. He does shrug off my power stings, but I wasn't going to risk having him go unstoppable, so that's fine. Get intercept off there. Throw an SP1. Trying to get him down at this point. I don't really care anymore about playing this fight perfectly. Getting him to 15, and he's dead. He killed himself. Yellow Jacket, guys. Just do me a solid. Do me a solid. Rank him up. I don't even care. It could be a 5-star. Rank him up. Do me a solid. Alright, last fight of the war. We got Evan Full Intercept, Mighty Charge. I Hulk. Pretty easy fight. I could have brought in Yellow Jacket here, but I was jacked up on using APOC this shore. I never really bring an APOC that often. And he's just so freaking good. Oh my god. I do make a few mistakes in this fight, but it honestly doesn't matter. This fight is so easy. As long as you can dex his 2s, this fight's it's so easy. So I'm going to bait out a 2 here. The only problem here really is the time. mixed with the inflow intercept. I do take a little combo there. Not a big deal. Just to get myself as close to him as I can, I'm just going to throw an SP2 here. Get some adrenaline healing as well. I'm going to refresh that, and then I'm going to bait his SP2 and try and get an intercept because I need to get rid of that protection if I want to kill him. And I do unfortunately lose my Divas, but again, SP1 off with the weakness, so it's not the end of the world. You have to play this fight a little carefully with APOC. Probably not the best counter, but... And Yellowjack could probably been better, but I used to what I wanted to use. And that's one thing you guys will notice with all these war videos. I tend to use champions that I like to use in certain situations. And you know what, they might not be the best. And that's honestly fine by me. As long as I get the fight down, it really doesn't matter. If you saw my last war video, I took a Dragon Man with some Supreme. Not a great matchup, but it's the one I'm most comfortable with, and I absolutely destroyed him. So he's down to about 50% here. I'm throwing SP2 without the protection. And he's getting really low here. The willpower healing is not great, though. It is pretty damn high. And I have no way of reversing that, so it makes the fight a little bit longer than I'd like it to be. And he does shrug off those debuffs, but that was expected. SP2s are definitely better in this fight than SP1s. I'm getting some nice adrenaline healing from Crumbling Armor, though. Bait this too. Try not to risk too many far intercepts, just so I don't get parried or make a mistake with the intercept timing. But I'm also trying to get this fight down as quickly as possible. That's the best thing to do in this game. When you're doing Alliance War, get the fight down as quick as you can. Less stressful. That's why I hate Quake and probably will never use her, because she just has the longest fights. And if you don't play perfectly, you're dead. So he is in his Immortal Phase. I didn't get the concussion off, so I did not cancel his Immortal Phase, but that's fine. I do take a combo there. Again, I didn't play this fight super well, but you could solve this fight without taking any damage. That's just poor play on my part. This could have been a really good fight for my Cable, but he's unfortunately only a rank 1, so that's not happening. The intercept off there, and he's toast. That's an easy dub, guys. I did great this war. I must say, we did lose this war by a lot. I didn't even bother putting the stats in, but it was a good war for me. Not for the rest of Alliance, but, you know, that's what happens sometimes. So, what I will say, guys, is have a good rest of your day. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please feel free to like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and see you in the next one. Peace.